Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today, I have probably my favorite or one of my favorite episodes in the whole season. This one is titled The King of Spain. Follow through to this episode with Maneno Manatu and A Girl Talks Formula One. So what is so exciting about this episode? We take the celebrity with the fan and put them to compete together. What can be more exciting than this? The story revolves around how Carlos Sainz, when he was little, he was such a big fan of Fernando Alonso. He met him around 2004 and he became obsessed with him ever since. When he went straight home to tell his dad about it, the first thing he said was, "I am gonna be like him when I grow up." But guess what? He's grown now, and what does he want now? What he wants is to compete, and not only that, but to beat his all-time idol. What does Fernando Alonso think about this? He's actually quite carefree. He's already a 2-time world champion, so he's not really scared of him. And his time for retiring is coming really close. He is not necessarily opening the path for Carlos Sainz, but he is aware the boy that was once his fan is really good. So the whole episode revolves around Renault, the team for Carlos Sainz, and McLaren, the team for Fernando Alonso. They are constant competition. So what is the irony in having the two kings of Spain competing against each other, but also the whole team? They're normally always on the same level of the standings in the Formula One. They always end up very close to each other every single year in the championships. So what an easier nature to put the kings of Spain to compete against each other. So more than seeing where they stand in competitions against other pilots, they are always focusing, especially Carlos, if he is beating Fernando Alonso or not. Because Fernando, as a world champion, he has won many races and he normally beats Carlos in every single race. But in Spain, Fernando's car started struggling. By the way, he finished the race, which was a great achievement, and like he calls it, one of his biggest achievements ever, because he finished the race with a struggling car, with a car with technical difficulties. Carlos did beat him on the race though. See, what I love about them is that they both have a really different driving style. Fernando Alonso is clearly a veteran. He knows his car, he knows his engine, he knows the wheels, he knows everything going on with the car. And you can see it when he drives, because sometimes he's the one telling the engineers, "Oh, this is the thing that's not working." And Carlos is very strategic. You can tell that he really plans his races before driving. So in Baku, Azerbaijan, it's one of the toughest tracks in the whole Formula One, if not the toughest. Everybody started crashing. Fernando Alonso, Sergei Sirotkin, Esteban Ocon, Grosjean, Max Verstappen, Daniel Ricciardo, Valtteri Bottas, and 2 others that are not mentioned. So in the race, Carlos Sainz was really struggling against the Red Bull team. And the cool thing about Carlos is that he's really close with his dad. So his dad is Carlos Sainz, sir, an ex-motor driver, and an ex-motorsports legend, and his cousin, Carlos Oñoro, is his actual manager. So his dad mentions a lot how he would like to be invisible because it's now Carlos' turn to shine. It's his turn to be known because of his own name, not because of his dad's name. So after Carlos stopped struggling with Red Bull, the Red Bull teammates, Max Verstappen, which is said to be one of the biggest names in the Formula One in the upcoming 10 years, and Daniel Ricciardo crashed against each other. Because it's not like a friendly competition like between Carlos Sainz and Fernando Alonso that are on different teams. No, it's against the same teammates. They are competing against each other. Daniel Ricciardo crashed against Max Verstappen. They were both automatically disqualified. The crash was legit bad. So with Carlos Oñoro, Carlos's Sainz manager said is that it's not nice to see other drivers crash, but it's good because the second that other people get disqualified, the driver that was below them gets positioned up. And that's what happened to Carlos. You can see in the episode that Fernando Alonso is very humble and very popular in Spain. Everybody knows who he is. He is an actual legend in Spain. And everybody knows that once Fernando retires, Carlos is automatically going to be the new king in Spain. So Carlos definitely wants to compete more against his idol, Fernando, because as he mentions, his competitive instinct wakes up and he stops seeing Fernando as an idol and he starts seeing him more as a rival. You have no idea how happy he ended. He didn't even make the podium. But the simple fact that he beat Alonso made him like the happiest man in the whole race. Forget number one. He felt like the winner. So about Daniel Ricciardo and Max Verstappen, what is going on between these two? You want to know? Don't miss the next episode coming up on Monday through A Girl Talks Formula One. See you next time.